The breaking news, David Beckham is retiring from football. Well, the news breaking in the last couple of minutes, the former England captain David Beckham is retiring from football. Of course, it has been an absolutely momentous career that has taken him from the heights with Manchester United and Real Madrid, across the Atlantic to Los Angeles and back again to Paris. The former England captain on 59 occasions. He won 115 caps for his country and scored 17 goals. The huge breaking news this afternoon then, that Beckham's career, this is it in numbers. He began, of course, at Manchester United, part of a group of that very young players who came through together that Sir Alex Ferguson brought to the club in the early 90s, including, of course, the Neville brothers, Gary and Phil. 10 years at the club, did include a short spell at Preston back in '94. Left Old Trafford and went on to Real Madrid. Remember when that happened? That was an astonishingly big story at the time. He played for Real Madrid successfully, won the title there as well, scored 20 goals. And then his next move, controversially at the time, onto MLS side LA Galaxy. That was back in 2007. Another successful time there, clinching the title back in December at the end of his stay there. Did have a couple of spells on loan at AC Milan, playing in 33 games altogether and scoring twice. And then, following the end of his deal in the States at the end of last year, Beckham moved to Paris SaintGermain. He signed a 5-month deal, took him through to the end of the season. He made 11 appearances, did include playing in the Champions League, and did feature in the league, and PSG winning that French title. So he's won 4 titles in 4 different countries, the first British player to do so. Now, Brian Swinson is here, our chief news reporter. Brian, this is, of course, absolutely huge story. He's been the towering figure of English football since virtually started.
It certainly is a big story. There was a lot of talk and a lot of debate about what David Beckham would do after he won the league title for Paris Saint-Germain, becoming the first Englishman to win the league title in 4 different countries: Manchester United, Real Madrid and LA Galaxy. Beckham has issued a statement via his management company saying that he feels now is the right time to finish my career playing at the highest level. He said, "If you told me as a young boy I would have played for and won trophies with my boyhood club, Manchester United, proudly captained and played for my country over 100 times and lined up for some of the biggest clubs in the world, I would have told you it was a fantasy." Beckham goes on to say, "I'm fortunate to have realised those dreams." So the message very much coming out of the David Beckham camp today is that he feels the time is right. He feels it is the right time to leave on a high, having won the league title at Paris Saint-Germain. He says in that statement that he wishes to thank his family as well. He points to them, saying that he is grateful for all the sacrifices his parents made in his career, saying that they made him realise his dreams, saying that they owes everything to his wife Victoria, and saying he also wants to thank his management company as well.
I mean, it has been a staggering career, and going out on his own terms does seem to have been part of it, really, doesn't it? I mean, he seems to have, almost stage managed it, stage by stage.
Everyone at LA Galaxy spoke about brand Beckham. They spoke about the Hollywood touch. But David Beckham always bristled when that was put to him in interviews. He felt that he was very much more than that. And speaking to former teammates, players, managers, former managers, they all said the same thing about David Beckham. They all said that he was one of the most professional players they've ever encountered. First out at the training pitch, last to leave every time. He was someone who took his responsibilities as a player very seriously. He will, by his own admission, say, yes, I have made mistakes along the way, but he always felt that football came first in his life. He was never overly happy with the constant reminder of the wage, for instance, the fact that he did bring such a big presence to the game. He felt that he wanted to try and inspire young children to play the game. And that's the interesting thing here, of course, is what David Beckham will now do. He has indicated in the past perhaps he will become involved in a franchise in America. He is with us here as a Sky ambassador, so he does see himself very much involved in the game in many years to come.